from the broadcast center at BCIT's Burnaby Campus. This is All Talk Radio. You're listening to 1680 The Crow.
Good afternoon. It is currently 2:30. I'm Grace McLeod, and I have your news update. Beginning our news on a few local stories, the mayor of Vancouver has set out a foundation to address the housing crisis in the city while reducing barriers to buildings and streamlining regulations. Ken Sim released a 7-point motion going before council that would direct city staff to prioritize new housing construction, allow for increased density around transit hubs, speed up a plan for 26 village areas, and increase enforcement of short-term rental regulations. While there's no estimate on how many homes would be built with the changes, Sim says accelerating the implementations of the villages from the Vancouver plan will bring more homes ranging from single-family townhomes to multiplex and 3 to 6-story apartment buildings. The number of individuals experiencing homelessness in Metro Vancouver has risen 32% this year, compared to 2020, according to the new data. The Crow's Ben Bagara has more on how one group is disproportionately more affected by the rising numbers.
New data from the Homelessness Services Association of BC shows Indigenous people make up a third of the homeless population in Metro Vancouver. Aboriginal Front Door Society Vice President Chris Livingstone says the problem stems from the lack of housing options for lower-income people.
We definitely need more affordable housing or even a different way to look at using the land or land ownership.
Livingstone says creating a managed tent encampment with access to services would provide people an alternative to living on the streets. Ben Bugera, 1680 The Crow.
October is prime mating season for spiders. Our reporter Brooke Jensen finds out about a research project on a little-known species.
Catherine Scott is an entomologist in Newfoundland. She and her team are currently researching the foreign candy stripe spider.
It was introduced probably accidentally to North America about 100 years ago. So it's not new. It's been around for a long time, but it's kind of gradually been spreading across North America. And so it's been here for a while. I'm interested in finding out if it's having a negative impact on insect populations where it occurs. So it eats a lot of insects that are pollinators, but it's also a generalist, and it kind of eats everything. So we don't know yet what the impact might be.
The spider has also been shown to be eating invasive species of plants, posing a potential benefit to our ecosystem. Brooke Jensen, 1680 The Crow.
Nationally speaking, the security company Brinks is suing Air Canada for negligence over a $2 million gold heist at Toronto's Pearson Airport. The American company says an unidentified individual gained access to one of the airline cargo warehouses on April 17th and presented fraudulent documents to Air Canada personnel. The lawsuit claims staff that handed over 400 kilograms of gold and nearly $2 million in cash to the thief, who left with the shipment. Air Canada declined to comment on the matter, which has not been tested in court. Now in international news, a government official says a passenger train has derailed in eastern India, killing at least one person and injuring 30 others. Manish Kumar, a Bihar state official, said today that the injured were rushed to hospital and rescue work was in progress, though hampered by darkness. For entertainment news, writer Joe Cristalli has his dream job in being one of the showrunners for the revival of the sitcom Frasier. Cristalli used to write his own Frasier jokes for Twitter feed that peaked at 3,000 followers. The reboot of Frasier premieres tomorrow on Paramount+. In weather news for today, it is currently 15 degrees outside, and we are to expect a high of 16 degrees. Thankfully, it doesn't look like rain is going to coming our way. And the clouds have cleared, thankfully, giving us a now sunny day. I'm Grace McLeod, and that is 1680 The Crow.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
everything is changing to digital. Everything is online. People aren't just waiting for the 6 o'clock news anymore. People want their news right now. They want to be able to go onto their smartphone, onto the internet, and see the news that they want to see.
Vancouver is growing at, a really rapid rate, the Lower Mainland even, and with the tools that we're given here, we're able to cover all of that.
Welcome to BCIT Magazine. I'm Radhika Sikakane.
In the program, they really leave it up to you. I mean, the help is there when you need it, figuring out how to use the programs like Premiere, Audition, and figuring out how to use the cameras. But it's up to you to sort of experiment and figure out what you can do when you go out in the field.
They brought candles and flowers to remember the student who lost her life yesterday.
Theresa May says the international community condemns Moscow.
They really make sure that you know the basics and you are able to put out a quality product.
I'm Brady Tretnero.
And I'm Radhika Sikakane. Thank you for tuning in to BCIT Magazine.